What's going on, everyone? I am Egadash, and you may notice a few different things about this video compared to previous ones. First of all is my voice. I guess this is my official coming out as transgender on YouTube, and I'm still working on my voice, and I'm gonna try to use this channel to sort of be my talk for 20-30 minutes in practice mode. It's not perfect. I may regress a little bit. But yeah, I'm just gonna try that as much as possible. I tried a little bit in BioShock 2. I didn't say why, I just called it my voice thing. And then I eventually just stopped because I sort of started having doubts at that point, but now I'm more sure. The other thing is that the video is at 1440p. I got myself a 1440p 144Hz G-Sync monitor. It's a Acer XB270HU, as well as a GTX 1080 and an i7 6700K. I can put my full new specs in the description. I'm now running at 1440p, 144Hz. The video, YouTube still doesn't support more than 60 FPS for videos, obviously. And I don't think my CPU would be able to handle playing the game and encoding 144 frames per second at 1440p in real time. So, you're just stuck with 60. So, and I'll also probably, this is being recorded before the video that I'm going to now speak of, but I'll probably post a full setup video before this. I should be aware that there is also some previous game footage that I've already recorded that's going to still be at 1080p and using my old voice. Like, I have an Antechamber series that I recorded like over a year ago now, and I don't know if I'll ever get around to uploading it, but if I do, that'll still obviously be the old. Yeah, let's get into the game. I should also mention that I had some issues with the PC. That's why I was away for like 4 months. What else was I gonna say? I also didn't keep up with the show in that time, really. I'm watching it I'm playing this like 2 weeks after I watched the episode I'm going to speak of, just because I kept having some issues. And I also don't remember where at all I am in the game, so this is gonna be fun. Alright, let's go. Okay, so this video is going to just be a big mess. So, one thing I forgot to mention earlier was I'm actually playing in a virtual machine with my GPU passed through in order to get native performance, or at least very close to it. But one thing I didn't realize about that was it caused my audio and video to sort of, it's fine at first, but it sort of drifts out of sync over time. Basically the footage was unusable. So I'm going to reuse that section I just played and the section where I talk about the episode, because they don't have anything to do with what's going on in the game, and I don't really want to talk about them again. So, this is just going to be the gameplay portion that I'm recording now, and also, at the same time, like, the day after I recorded that, it's like 2 or 3 days later now, my microphone, my Blue Snowball, died. It has like 3 modes, 1, 2, and 3, and 1 is the mode that you generally use for things like, recording gameplay videos, and that one died, but 2 and 3 still worked. So I just went out to the nearest Best Buy, and they had a Blue Yeti, so I bought that. So now if I sound a little bit different, it's because of that. I don't hear much of a difference, but I haven't really played with the settings much yet. So anyway, without further ado, let's play this game. And I also had it where there was this oh yeah, you didn't see this. There was a weird bug that I got stuck talking to one of the characters, and I couldn't go through a door, but I think I did manage to eventually fix it. Let's talk to, see, can we go through it? No, we can't. We gotta talk to James. I did eventually fix it, but it was kind of awkward, so you won't be able to see that anyway.
I wasn't gonna shoot it.
Okay, you don't need a gun?
Need that gun, James.
I'm gonna take the same options I did the first time, so you can see them.
Empty.
Can I help?
Sure you can. Go ahead.
Sure, go ahead. Those slide in there. Round side forward.
James will remember that.
How could they just die like that? Greg and Dad. I thought we were safe here.
Because bad people did bad things.
What am I supposed to do?
Just keep your head down.
Keep your head down. Stay safe.
I'm not afraid.
I didn't say you were.
I've played this like 4 times now because of that bug earlier, and then now.
The guy who did it killed my dad. He's gotta... I mean...
Well, we need Randall. We need to trade him for his sister.
Give Randall back to his sister, James.
I heard you guys talking. There's more people coming to the house. Sam's hurt. If she... They can't hurt her.
I'll protect her.
Your sister will be with me. I'll make sure she's safe.
Here. I don't know if I'm ready.
And give the gun to Sam.
Your sister. Norma's on the way.
Yeah, at least it'll be useful some way. And Pete's just standing back there kind of creepily. We'll be able to talk to him in a minute.
Wish it didn't always come to this.
And, oh, really? I guess we gotta go in there.
Janie, Rich, what's the hold up? Prisoner's not cooperating. What do you want to do? Yeah, we don't have time for this. Get him moving.
So, they're coming. Okay, so make sure Pete and Paige are armed. That's good. Basically, see, let's go in here. Okay.
I'll see right through this.
Alright, Pete is not glitched, thank God. So basically, the bug that happened earlier, I think it was related to the fact that I told him to give the gun to Sam, but then at the little objective thing, it still said I needed to give a gun to Sam, and I ended up able to go outside and do so. And at the same time, Pete was glitched, so I didn't have the give gun or look at options, and clicking talk to would just make us stare like this and not be able to move. We just sit there doing idle animations. I'm not going to talk to him yet, though. I'm going to look at Randall.
Can't get enough, huh?
And then I'm going to talk to Randall. I don't want to punch him.
You know, my hands hurt a little bit. You got any ointment lying around?
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, well, when Norma gets here, she'll bust down that little gate of yours.
And tune you up good.
Yeah, it's a pretty little gate. That's why I say we should run. See, just like you did?
Just like you did? Didn't work out too well for you.
Yeah, well. Don't be a stranger.
That's an interesting little thing. So, alright, we already talked to him. Let's look at the family picture. And it's my kids! Funny how it doesn't give me PTSD until I actually look directly at it. And now we can look at it again and she'll actually say something different. But it's wanting me to talk to Randall instead. I guess, okay, come on. Fucking hell, why can't I do it? Randall, the screen. Okay, let's just go into the room. Yeah, okay, I can look at the family picture from inside the room.
Looks like she was pretty sick.
Yeah, I mean, she was having Thanksgiving, you know, with a little. Oh, I can look at the blood. I don't think I ever noticed that before. I guess that's from when we gave Sam surgery, isn't it?
Right behind you. Walkers.
So we're hearing their little thing. They got a cute little doggy.
Switching off.
Alright, sounds good. Alright, let's look at the kids' pictures.
James and Alex. Wonder how they get through all this.
Poorly. They'll probably be fine. Alright, let's look at the gramophone.
Old record player.
And play said gramophone. And then we get treated to a little cutscene. This song's already been stuck in my head from like the first 3 times I listened to it. It almost feels like the ending to an episode, you know, where they've got this little montage, but it's not. We're like halfway through. Actually, I don't even think we're halfway through. I think we're halfway through by chapter, but not by time. I think the later chapters are a little longer. Randall can of course hear it too. And my kids are behind me for some reason. I guess it reminds me of them. Guess it was too much for me, and Pete went back to his post, I guess. Let's look at the iron poker.
Not gonna be able to look at that the same way again.
I guess I don't remember because like it's been a few, like 4 months. But I think I used that to torture Randall. Alright, let's look at Pete. And make him kind of look awkwardly back at me. Alright, he's not glitched, so that's good. And let's talk to him.
This is a mess. Can't believe how fucking stupid I was. Get so focused on finding people. I wasn't putting the crew first. I didn't insist on looking. If I didn't turn us around and lead us here...
See, don't blame yourself.
It's not your fault, Pete. You didn't know this.
I don't actually remember what options I took for the first time.
Listened.
I've only done this once before because of the glitches.
Everything we've had to do to survive, people would want to help each other. But no. They're just guarding what's theirs and taking out whoever gets in their way.
Yeah, that's kind of how all those everything zombie works.
Doesn't seem worth it. Maybe I was just fooling myself. I wanted to think there were people worth helping. And now we all have to pay the price for it.
I'm just gonna be silent.
We have to get my crew back. Hopefully my boat is still in one piece. Shit.
Probably not.
What the hell are we gonna do? If Norma's coming for a fight,
we should run.
Sounds like Paige wants to run. Not the worst idea.
I'm not leaving without my guys, but once we get them back... Yeah, I'm in.
Sounds good? Alright, so now we can give him his gun.
Here, Pete.
Thanks.
So, we can talk to him again.
Fine, Michonne. Just make sure everyone else is ready when Norma comes.
Okay, that wasn't particularly interesting. See, what is that? See, bruff. Maybe it's supposed to say brother. Is this a hoop for the trash can? I guess whoever was writing at that table didn't really like their work. So we're hearing creepy voices. We'll understand why in a little bit, but we're gonna do that last because it also tends to glitch. Let's open the cabinet.
Not much left. If we get pinned down, we won't last more than a few days on this stuff.
Okay, and see, let's look at the kids' drawings.
Alex must have drawn this one. I hope he's okay.
And yeah, we hear people going, "Mommy!" All right, let's open the door to Sam's room, which it's kind of a weirdly designed room because then this door just goes straight back to the thing. So it's like you just walk kind of around. So let's look at the passport.
Sam's passport. This must be her mother. Sophia Fairbanks. Almost out of space in these.
I guess... Oh, we can look at the journal. I didn't notice that before.
Took Sam to see the Eiffel Tower. Don't think she cared much for it, but we found a little shop on the way back and ate about 50 macarons. I blame the pregnancy. Sam blames our shared sweet tooth. At least Sam has some happy memories to hold on to.
That's good. So I guess she and her mom were kind of world travelers, as evidenced by the world map as well.
They went all over the world together. Those days are long gone now.
Yeah? Alright, let's go outside. Yeah, I hear you. We're not gonna answer you yet. And we're gonna have to approach Sam. Thankfully, at first I wanted to give her some space, but I think we have to do this for completion. Anyway, she's actually happy to see me, so...
Hey, thanks for before. I couldn't have moved it myself. Something you need?
You should talk to James.
James inside. Should really go talk to him.
I know. I know nothing I say is gonna make it any better. Paige thinks we're not safe here. Now we need to move on. Bet she's trying to convince you to leave too. She's wanted out of here for a while.
Yeah, I agree.
Paige was right, Sam. We can't stay here. Think about it. Is this house really worth dying over?
It's not just the house. It's just so much of this place is my dad. It's
And we
all
have the
of us.
menu music, I
He
see.
worked his way up from nothing. Took a job cleaning houses, paid his way through law school. When he bought this house, it was proof that he'd made a better life for us. We grew up here. Maybe I'm crazy, but I can't let that all be for nothing.
Yeah,
so
Norma
proud of what
isn't
you built.
gonna care.
Norma doesn't care about any of that. She's coming here, and she's not gonna stop just because this place has sentimental value.
I know. I don't expect you to understand. I should get back to work.
Yeah, you do that. And then we go back inside. We still have the garage. I guess you can kind of go outside from the garage too, but I guess you won't be able to go to the garage from outside. Maybe if I had left Sam alone. So this is all where I tortured Randall and stuff. See, there's the door to the kitchen. Let's look at the welding torch.
See how they reinforce the gate. Hope it keeps Norma out.
Doubt it. Alright, let's look at the gas tank.
Nearly empty.
Look at the propane tank.
Looks like they were ready for anything. Almost.
And the propane accessories. And there's a bloody vice. That's where I tortured Randall.
Better than I thought.
Okay, so enough of that. Let's get back to the story. And I guess this is where I'll put... I guess originally I put where I talked about the episode before I did any of this, but I'll put it here. So yeah, let's talk about the episode. Well, this is probably going to be a little short. Like I said, it's been a while since I actually watched it. So Carol bakes things, and she makes cookies and flirts with Tobin, which kind of came out of nowhere from what I remember. Like I said, it's been like 4 months, but before that, I don't remember her having anything with Tobin. I guess it makes sense. But anyway, Rick gets back from the hilltop and is like, we're gonna have to fight this Negan group, and some people are okay with it, others aren't. Carol and Morgan kind of throughout this whole episode have, why didn't you tell, I think it was Morgan wants to know why Carol didn't tell Rick about the holding the W-Man prisoner. And the wiki kind of mentions them having the same sort of conversation like 3 times throughout the episode. I don't remember myself, so I'm just gonna glance over those. So basically, they're talking about how we made this deal for food, and also the Saviors would probably get us eventually anyway, so we gotta kill them all. Carol makes a list of people she's killed. I guess she's starting to have regrets about that. So then they kind of have discussions about who's going to go with who. Should Maggie go? Everyone else wants her to not go because she's pregnant. She wants to go because she's the one who made the deal. So they go, okay, you'll stay around the perimeter. You'll just sort of watch guard, but you won't actually go in to kill people. So then Carol and Tobin flirt some more, and they kiss, and this is basically the shipping section of the episode. So Carol and Tobin start flirting, then Abraham and Rosita break up, or Abraham breaks up with Rosita because he's like, I thought you were the last woman on Earth, but now you're not, and it's kind of out of nowhere. I don't know where this is coming from. And then there's Tara and Denise. Let's see, Tara tells Denise that she loves her and invites her to go on her own, but Denise is like, no, I can't, I'm the only doctor. And it's kind of funny how, they're supposed to be lesbians, but they're obviously hiding Tara's actor's pregnancy by having her stand behind a bunch of plates and stuff. It's really hard not to notice, and it's kind of funky how, she's pregnant in real life and not supposed to be pregnant in the show, and then Maggie's not actually pregnant, but she's supposed to be pregnant in the show. So then we go outside and we talk about the plan. So Rick's like, they want Gregory's head, so we're gonna give it to him. So Glenn and what's the black dude's name? Heath, I think it was. They go out and they kill some walkers, and they try to kill some that have heads that kind of look like Gregory. So they take 3 candidates to Rick and Andy, I think it was his name. And they're like, okay, Andy picks one that he thinks looks most like Gregory, but says the nose is wrong. So Rick punches the nose and says, tells Andy to say, I broke his nose in the struggle. And then Andy's like, the Saviors, they're scary, but they got nothing on you. Also, oh yeah, Jesus is here, but he doesn't do much. See, this is what I'm talking about, but my voice regressing. It's hard to maintain for 30 minutes or whatever. But I'll try my hardest. So the plan is at night, Andy will go up to the compound and present Gregory's head in order to sort of gain access to it, and they do that, and he shows it to the guards and gives the nose punching explanation, and the guards seem to be satisfied with that, and one guard goes in, and I think it was Daryl comes in and he stabs the other one, and they're basically going knives only for the moment, to sort of do things silently. And then once the other guard comes back out, they stab him too, and so then they go into the compound and basically try to kill everyone. There's some bits about Glenn and Heath. They had a conversation earlier while they were killing the walkers about how neither of them have ever killed a living person before. And now they're being sent to kill 2 sleeping people, and they're pretty obviously uncomfortable about it, but Glenn manages to kill one, and I don't remember, the wiki says that Glenn offers to kill the other one for Heath, but I think from my memory Heath eventually did it himself. The wiki doesn't say who actually does it. He says Glenn offers to kill the other for Heath as well, and there's also a wall of photos showing the bodies of their victims whose heads have been crushed, so it's like, oh, these saviors are fucked up. There's also a bit about Gabriel being there and how it's funny that he's fighting now, but the question is he still a priest? And Gabriel, this was earlier, but I forgot about it. Gabriel was like, yeah, I am, but they have a little talk about his priest garb, and it's like, you know, he's still wearing it because he's still a priest, but also because it's better camouflage in the dark. So there's a bit about Tara telling Gabriel that she told Denise she loved her, only to hide her misgivings about the mission. Jesus asks if she really loves her anyway, and Tara says yes, and Jesus is like, so you know who you're fighting for, which is Denise. Gabriel is cool with them being lesbians, so that's nice. Always good to see portrayals of Christians who are okay with gay people and not, burn them all. So the plan is, I also forgot to mention this earlier, the plan is they're going to take over the armory, because these saviors have to have lots of guns. So they're doing so, but then some random savior spots them, and they manage to stab him, but not before he pulls the alarm and alerts everyone. So then now they're supposed to go loud, and some people kill people, and I think everyone from Rick's group makes it out alive, but a bunch of saviors die. There's a bit with Glenn and Heath running to the armory and finding it, and they shut the door and shoot through it with the guns that are in the armory, and they just open the door, and all this blood, and they're both pretty horrified. Except one of them survived, and he raises a gun to shoot one of them, and then there's a shot, and oh no, they're still fine, and it was Jesus off screen shooting them. I really hate that trope, but anyway. So eventually, everyone, all the saviors in the compound are dead. There's also a bit during this where when the alarm goes off, Maggie and Carol, who are on the perimeter, are debating going in there. I think Carol goes in, but Maggie stays because she's pregnant. So after they get out, they find a parking lot, and they're like, okay, now we're gonna take one of these vehicles and get out of here. But then Daryl notices one surviving savior riding his bike, and he's like, where the hell did you get it? I think he lost it at some point, but I don't really remember if he got it back or not. So Rosita shoots him, and he tries to flee, but they beat him up. And then they hear a woman speaking through his walkie-talkie. We don't know who the woman is yet. Ordering Rick to lower his gun, and we don't ever see them, I don't think. But they state that we've got a Carol and a Maggie. We're thinking that's something you want to chat about, and then the episode ends on that cliffhanger. So that'll be talk for the next episode. So let's continue the game. And we're back in like 2 seconds because I had already recorded it. So let's go upstairs. And here's where the creepy shit goes down. We're saving, so that's how you know. Or I guess that's just loading. Well, yeah, it loads and then it saves. Yeah.
Is that music?
I'm all younger. And I can just stand here, but what I'm supposed to do is press W. But it's one of those illusions where I'm going forward, but they keep getting farther away. Say, I can't reach you.
I can't reach you.
I'm guessing the end of the game's gonna be like, I accept it. Okay, I can open the door. Before it was look at the door and that would just make me stare there doing nothing.
Can I come in?
So he's got a music box with Emily on it. I guess that was maybe his sister or something? That's pretty music.
I like that. It's pretty.
My dad gave it to me, so I wouldn't have to hear the things out there.
So who's
As long
Emily,
as I stay in
if
my
Dad gave it
fortress,
directly to him?
I'm safe.
Yeah,
Keeps
so
all
much
the
for
bad
that.
stuff out. I put pillows and blankets against the wall.
Was this your dad's idea?
Your dad's idea?
Yeah. My dad makes sure I'm always safe, so nothing can happen to me. Ever.
Does he not know his dad's dead?
Things. I know what those monsters out there are. Wendigo. Grandma told me about them.
I don't think that's what they are.
What happens when someone eats another person?
Oh? I hadn't heard that one before.
Do they scare you too? They make lots of noise. Even at night.
Yeah, they
I'll
scare
tell you
me
a
too.
secret. They scare me too sometimes.
Really? But my dad's not scared of them.
Yeah, that's because he's in the
I'm
ground.
waiting for him.
Where is he? Why didn't he
you-
come get me yet? Where's
I'm
my
gonna
dad?
kind of not
So
lie,
sorry
but
about
I'm
this.
gonna kind of tell a half truth.
Something
truth.
terrible happened. A bad man came and hurt your dad.
What?
Shot him.
No! I don't believe you! What is him?
And I'm just gonna hold him.
Did my dad become one of them? It's what happened.
Your
Right?
dad is still your
No.
dad.
Your dad didn't become one of them. He's still your dad.
Alex will remember that. I guess.
Not fair.
You need to be strong. I'm gonna still
need
kind
to
of
be
dance
strong.
around the truth a little bit because he's so little.
I can't.
2 and 3 checked in. Coming up on the road now.
Hey, keep the chatter to a minimum. Our friends are listening.
That we are. And then now we just leave him to cry as we sort of progress the plot. And this is where I ended it off last time, so I will end it here again. I am Egadash, and I'm out.